Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Bhagavad Gita Chapter 14 Summary. The three moods of material nature. Prayer. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Itai Gaura Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Chapter 14. The three moods of material nature. Hare Krishna. Today let us try to understand the entire flow of chapter 14, consisting of 27 verses. Connection between chapter 13 and 14. The chapter 13, Krishna explained how the living entity becomes entangled with the material nature through his desires. Now in chapter 14, Krishna explains how material nature binds the soul through the three modes. Therefore, chapter 14 is called the three moods of material nature. Verses 1-2, Krishna glorifies this knowledge. Krishna begins by glorifying the knowledge he is about to reveal. He says, by understanding this knowledge, may great sages attain the highest perfection. Such liberated souls are neither disturbed at the time of cosmic dissolution nor forced to take birth again. Thus, Krishna tells us that this knowledge can lead one to liberation. Verses 3-4, Krishna is the father of all living beings. Krishna explains how the living entities come in contact with material nature. He says, Aham bija pratah pita. I am the seed-giving father. Material nature is like the mother. Krishna is the father. Therefore, every living being, whether human, animal, bird, insect or demigod, is ultimately Krishna's child. This is a very important understanding, right? Verses 5-9, how the three moods bind the soul. Krishna now introduces the three modes. Mode of goodness, sattva, mode of passion, rajas, mode of ignorance, tamas. Although the soul is pure, these three modes bind him. Verse 6, mode of goodness. Goodness binds one through happiness, knowledge. It is the purest mode, but still it causes attachment. Verse 7, mode of passion. Passion binds one through fruitive activities, material desires, endless ambitions. The person is always busy and restless. Verse 8, mode of ignorance. Ignorance binds one through madness, illusion, laziness, sleep. And therefore, one loses discrimination. Verses 10-13, the modes compete with each other. Krishna explains that these three modes are constantly competing. Sometimes goodness dominates, sometimes passion dominates, sometimes ignorance dominates. Therefore, people's behavior changes according to the mode influencing them. When goodness predominates, knowledge shines. When passion predominates, attachment, greed, and intense activity increase. When ignorance predominates, darkness, illusion, laziness, and madness arise. Thus, our modes and tendencies are constantly changing according to the influence of three modes. Verses 14 to 18, destinations produced by the three modes. Krishna now explains the result obtained from each mode. One who dies in goodness attains higher planetary systems and take birth among elevated beings. One who dies in passion takes birth among those attachment to fruitive activities. One who dies in ignorance falls into lower species and degraded conditions. Results of the three modes: goodness produces purity, knowledge. Passion produces misery, greed. Ignorance produces foolishness, madness, illusion. And their destination are also different. Those in goodness rise upward. Those in passion remain in the middle. Those in ignorance go downward. Verses 19-20. Going beyond the three modes, Krishna now gives hope. He explains that one who understands material nature is acting and I am not the doer can gradually transcend the modes. Such a person becomes free from birth, death, old age, disease, and attains immortality. Verse 21. Arjuna's three questions. After hearing this, Arjuna asks, question 1. What are the symptoms of one who has transcended the three modes? Question 2. How does such a person behave? Question 3. How does he transcend the modes of material nature? Verses 22 to 25. Symptoms and behavior of a transcendental person. Krishna answers, such a person does not hate illumination, attachment, or delusion when they appear, does not long for them when they disappear, remains neutral and undisturbed, steady in happiness and distress, sees earth, stone and gold equally, is equal in honor and dishonor, is equal toward friend and enemy, is free from false prestige, remains fixed in spiritual consciousness. These are the wonderful qualities of one who has transcended the modes. Verse 26. The secret to going beyond the three modes. Now comes one of the most important verses. Mam chayo vyabhicharena bhakti yogena sevate sagunan samadhityaitan brahma bhuyaya kalpate. Krishna says, one who engages in unalloyed devotional service unto me transcends these three moods and attains the spiritual platform. Thus the answer is very simple. Bhakti Yoga is the only sure way to rise above the three modes. Not dry speculation, not merry austerity, not material achievements, but pure devotional service. Verse 27. Krishna is the source of Brahman. Krishna concludes by saying, Brahmano he pratishtaham. I am the basis of the impersonal Brahman. The Brahman effulgence is nothing but the spiritual radiance emanating from Krishna's transcendental body. Thus Krishna establishes himself as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lesson from chapter 14. Material nature binds the soul through three modes. Goodness is better than passion and ignorance, but even goodness causes bondage. Association with the modes determines our next destination. The soul is not the actual doer. Material nature performs all activities. The transcendental person remains steady amidst all circumstances. Pure devotional service alone enables one to transcend the three modes. Krishna is the source of Brahman and the ultimate shelter of all. Practical application. One thing is certain. The most powerful limb of devotional service is the chanting of the holy names. When we sincerely chant, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Every day, following the instructions of the spiritual master, we gradually rise above goodness, passion, and ignorance and attain the platform of pure devotion. Thus, chapter 14 wonderfully explains how the soul becomes bound, the results of the three modes, their destination, and most importantly, how to become completely free from material nature through bhakti yoga. In the next chapter, chapter 15, Krishna will reveal another profound truth through the example of the upside down banyan tree and explain the position of the Supreme Person. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.